Welcome back to another episode of the best free-to-play Dokkan series on YouTube right now. And that is thanks to everyone who sits down and watches this video and the people that are subscribed. All you guys help me to keep doing this, and it helps us grow close to 800 subscribers. So let's see if we could push that mark a couple hours after this upload. Anyway, I know what you guys want to see, so let's just get straight into the info. You know how it works already. We're going to go to the profile. We're going to do the differences from last week to this week, and we're going to see how much we've grown in the upcoming week. Okay, this week, as you can see, rank 274. Last week, we were rank 274. I'm sorry. Last week, we were rank 255. I don't know why I got that confused. 255 last week and 274 this week. So big difference, about 19 if I'm doing my math right. I should have done the math earlier, but quick maths, I believe it's 19 ranks, which is actually a lot because we actually ended up Dokkaning a lot of units, doing a lot of missions. So it's going to be a lot of units this episode. Last episode we didn't get a lot. This episode we are getting a lot, so be prepared for that. Power level last week was 33,210. We're looking at 40,188. So about a difference of 7,000 or 6,900. Depends how you want to look at it. Either way, big jump. One of the biggest jumps in a while, actually. We've been plateauing as of recently. This was another big step up. Hidden potential nodes. Last week we were looking at 6,680. Now we're looking at 7,348. So a big difference of about 600 as well, 600, 700. So big difference. We ended up rainbowing 2 characters, I believe. You guys will see that in the episode, of course. Link levels doesn't really matter, but we'll still say them. 10 last week. Now it's 13. It's just what happens when you play so much. Stages cleared 903 last week. We're looking at 1,014. So we did about 1,011 stages, which is a lot. We ended up doing a lot of stages, so a lot of missions were done this week. Dokkan Awakened characters last week was 75. Now is about 97. So we got a total of about, if I do my math correctly, it should be 18. No, 17. You know, I can't do math. Anyway, this isn't a math channel, it's a Dokkan channel. So I know what you guys want to see. So let's get into our first characters of the day. Get into the video tab. Let's just get to the straight first character. As you can see, week 8, first one we ended up doing was the GT Shadows. All of these characters are going to be GT, so be prepared. So first character we ended up doing is Super Saiyan Vegeta. Vegeta, if you haven't seen my EZA explaining video, that's where I ended up doing him. So if you want to see that, you can see how I ended up EZAing him. But to go over a couple things, we ended up rainbowing him, EZAing him. The orbs you're going to need for this is going to be 6,540 small orbs, 3,530 medium orbs, 346 large orbs. Pretty decent unit, especially after EZA. It isn't anything to gawk at. It's not like the best EZA out there. It's not the best free-to-play out there. This EZA is about a couple years old, so it tends to be a little, it goes downhill rather fast. Suggestion rating is still a 7 out of 10 for this unit because, of course, EZA unit, rainbow unit. When you're this early into the game, you want to make sure you got these rainbows. You want to make sure you got these EZAs. Even if it's not the best EZA or the best rainbow, we still want to make sure we get those completed. So a 7 out of 10, very easy. The thing that's going to maybe take a little longer are the orbs, but if you're willing to grind them out, it's going to be a great character to have. After that, we are going to get into a group character showcase, which is, boom, Dragon Ball GT again, but this one actually comes with 4 characters. So let's talk about the first one we ended up getting. The first one we ended up getting is Hellfighter number 17. Obviously, Android 17 from the GT. This one actually came into clutch. We are going to process all these units. So these units are going to be used for a different stage, what we'll talk about. So I'll tell you which units I ended up getting the most and using much later. So for this stage, I ended up giving the suggestion rating about a 5 out of 10. Obviously, Android 17 has the ability to dodge, high chance of dodging actually. It actually happens quite often Not as often as you want to, but it is quite often. Really good character, probably one of the best ones in this stage right here. So if you had to pick one, go Android 17, but I might as well do them all, right? So, and that's Android 17. Nothing too much to talk about. It's a really old character, no easy A's. It's just it's level 100, doesn't even get 120. I just don't understand. If you want to do it, go ahead. But you are going to need this unit, so get this unit if not anything else. Next unit we are going to be talking about is Android 18 GT. Same thing goes for 18. Obviously, you can get this unit, but we ended up not using her at all. Like, I literally Dokkan awakened her, gave her SA10, unlocked all the hidden potentials, and didn't use her once. I didn't need her for the Easy A stage we will talk about later. So, this one will probably have to be the low priority out of all four of these characters. So, it'll go Android 18, Cell Frieza, and then obviously Android 18 at the bottom. She, instead of dodges, she actually she is supposed to stun, I believe, or I forget what she was supposed to do. She was supposed to tank for 3 turns, which doesn't really count because she has to get hit. Not a really good unit. Again, really old unit. Not really good for the meta. It's bad. At least Android 17 dodges. This unit doesn't really do anything. So that's why this one's the lowest one. Obviously, you're getting from collection. Make sure to get her. Other than that, you could probably pass on her. Let's do the next. We are going to talk about Cell Perfect Form GT. This character does seal super attacks. However, the sealing of super attacks won't come into need when we do the Easy A Giru. So, obviously, he is one character you are going to get. He does link up very well with Frieza. Well as it can link up, to be honest. This character recovers HP every time he goes in, which is actually very well. It's only 7% HP, but it is a big difference when your team only has so much levels. So, I mean, HP. It is very good. We are going to be using this unit. I'd have this one third importance. I'd have 17 first. I'd have Frieza second. I've had this Cell third. And then Android 18 fourth. So make sure to get the Cell. We are going to be using him for the Giru Eza, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So SA10, all the hidden potential nodes activated. Nothing too much to say about him. He is physical. Decent character. Again, very old. No easy A's. So there isn't much to talk about. And then last one, but surely not least, is going to be this Frieza Final Form GT. This character is supposed to be damage reduction by 30%. You hardly feel the 30% actually. He does get hit for a lot in battle. But again, old unit. There isn't much to expect. Super attack is 10. Obviously unlocked his hidden potentials. All of that, it goes for all these characters. Again, second most important one. And that's about it. Leader skill, not that great. A medium chance to stun won't really be helpful for the easy events. In a normal event, it actually is a really good unit. But other than that, not something we are going to be looking forward to Rainbow anytime soon. Anyway, all 4 of these units, decent. We're really just going to do them for the easy event later. Suggestion rating, 5 out of 10. Not the best units. You could skip it if you don't want to focus on these GT characters. Very old units, just not worth it. 5 out of 10. The next stage we are going to get into is a little combo stage. As you can see, we do have Corrupted Minds. This is the baby event. It's the baby sagas. Let's start with the first one. As you can see, baby saga with the GT Corrupted Super Baby 1. This character, I thought he would be useful. I ended up using him a couple times for the Easy A event. Did not work as much, so we ended up not using him as team. So as you can see, the suggestion rating did go down to a 3 out of 10. I'll explain why. This AGL doesn't really fit with any of the team, so I ended up not using him. So this is one of the characters you do get from the Baby Saga, which is the one on top with Super Saiyan, Kid Goku, and Vegeta. I mean, Baby. I'm sorry, Super Baby. It's not really Vegeta. But yeah, this unit's old as well. All these GT events are old. They really do need EZAs. I don't know if Dokkan will ever give them EZAs, but they do need EZAs. This AGL unit, kind of mid, to be honest. Other than that, does take a very long time to get him, because obviously he does start off as a SR, and then you have to get 14 and then unlock the Super Baby 5 times. And then after that, we are going to Dokkan Awaken him to the Super Baby 1, which is actually takes a rather long time. And especially for a unit you're not going to use for the Giru Eza, I would say it's probably the less important one of all 4 of these characters, just because it takes so long and it's not really useful. As well in this stage, the Baby Saga stage, you can in fact get Goten, which is going to be a physical unit. Won't come into play, I believe. I tried to do a couple teams with all these corrupted minds. I couldn't really get something with this, so Super Saiyan Goten Possess, if I obviously, cause passive skill is straight garbage. You can tell how old this unit just based off its passive skill. Int type plus 3, physical type plus 3 key, which is god awful for this age of Dokkan. Not even a damage reduction or a attack stat or defense. It's nothing. So these units ended up not being used as much as I wanted to. Other than that, terrible leader skill, very old unit. He'd probably be on the bottom as well, but since he's physical, we put him in second. So, second importance out of all 4 of these characters. I didn't put it on the screen, but in this event, you also can get the support memory with Bra or Bola and Vegeta, which does give you a little boost on reward drops, which comes very handy at sometimes. Very expensive, but nice little support memory right there. So the next one we are going to talk about is the Baby Saga Final, which gives us these 2 units on your right. First one we are going to talk about is the Super Saiyan Gohan Possess. This one ends up being third most important, just because it doesn't take as long as Baby. However, you won't ever use this unit. SA10, of course, hidden potentials always. Won't ever use this unit. Very old again, unless they do end up getting EZA, but he just works. He's just terrible. All these descriptions are basically the same for every single one of these characters, so I don't want to get too much into it. Bad character. No reason to waste all your medals, zennies, completing this guy. But I did end up getting super attack 10 and hidden potentials unlocked. So other than that, last character, but not least, is going to be this Int Trunks. So if you are going to do one character, which you have to, right? If you're going to do one character out of these 4, it has to be this SS Trunks Possess right here, because he is going to be an int character, which does fall under Giru's leader skill, which we will be using in the EZA stages later. So if anything, just farm this one and you won't have to farm the other 3. Of course, if you want to take the approach where you don't get this one and take Android 18, you could do that as well. I haven't tried it, so let me know if you guys do end up doing that. Same thing goes with this character as all the other ones. Very old, very useless, really bad. It's just I don't understand why I did it. SA10, of course, hidden potential number 3. Hidden potential 4. And other than that, probably not going to get a rainbow anytime soon. Any of these characters getting a rainbow anytime soon. But hopefully that changes in the upcoming months or years. Hopefully they do get a little boost on their awakenings. So other than that, this is the most important ones. Overall, these 2 stages go hand in hand together, so I put them both together, but it's still going to be a suggestion rating of 3. You could bump it up for 4 if you really want that support memory, but it's finna be a 3. It's still a 3 out of 10. Would just completely skip if it weren't for the Trunks. I'd give it a 0 if it went for the Trunks and the support memory. And then next one is going to be, let's see who it is going to be this Great Ape Vegeta. Actually a very good unit. It's not the best unit, but compared to everything we've had so far, it's one of the better units. He does have a great ape transformation, which does come in clutch, because obviously any transformation, a giant form transformation, you don't take damage, and you most likely stay for 2 turns. This character is very good. Lowers defense, supreme attack, all that. Attack and defense plus 80%, plus an additional attack and defense of 80% when there is another Great Ape Power category ally, which we won't actually be using later, but that is a very good 160% if he is with a Great Ape Power ally, which is very good. Of course, SA10, all the hidden nodes are unlocked for him, and other than that, very decent unit. I ended up giving him a 7 out of 10 just because he will be useful, very useful for the Giru Eza, and just a very solid unit. You could plug him into any Great Ape team, any giant team later if we do end up doing some EZAs for that. So this unit, very solid. I feel like an EZA is coming up. Who knows though? Great unit. Probably one of the best ones. The highest suggestion rating, I believe, out of this whole video. So 7 out of 10. Congratulations, Vegeta. You ended up not being the worst unit on this list. So after that, we are going to get straight into the Giru, the main attraction of the video. Mine right here, as you can see, is EZA, but these are all the stats you're going to need for the non-EZA one. So it is going to be a suggestion rating of a 7 out of 10 because it is a very good unit even without the EZA. Very good for Dragon Ball Seekers. But his leader skill is Dragon Ball Seekers 77%. I mean, that's after he EZAs. I'm sorry. It's going to be intelligence allies, which is why we're taking the Trunks, but we'll get into that later. Other words, very good unit. He is going to be a free rainbow, which means they give you the orbs for him. So let's explain that real quick. 6,540 small orbs, 3,530 medium orbs, 347 large orbs. These orbs actually take a lot longer than the Vegeta. I don't know if it's me or it's the longest one, but after a while we do end up getting him, rainbow him. He is a very good unit. And now after you completed all those events, you've battled all those stages, you guys are ready for the Easy A Giru, which is going to be right here. Suggestion rating on this guy is going to be a 6 out of 10. You might be asking why it's lower than the actual regular one, the regular Giru. This Giru Eza is probably a very good unit. If you put him in the right team with a B-Pan, like a GT character, it's very, very good. However, the stage is very, very hard. Without any summonable units, which I won't be explaining because it's a free-to-play account, right? Plus, not everyone gets the same summonable units, and it'd be unfair to throw in some summonable units. So I do plan doing all these events with free-to-play. These actually took me 2 days to complete. This event took me so long just coming up with different teams. I ran full corrupted mind teams. I ran androids. I ran all this, and it was just horrible. So let's me tell you how I ended up doing it. So the friend leader is going to be the Easy Giru that they gave you for free, and I would recommend doing your Giru that you have rainbowed and everything. He's going to be an intelligence allies, any type of intelligence, super or extreme. So that's why I ended up bringing the Int Frieza, the Int, Super Saiyan Trunks, and the Int Vegeta. Those are going to get a 50% on their attack and defense plus 3 keys. So those guys are going to be the very most important people. Obviously, we brought Cell because of the type advantage he has over Giru. He still gets hit a lot just because he doesn't fall underneath the leader skills of any of them. So if you want to like move him so he doesn't get hit, it's probably best. People you don't want to get hit in this stage is the Cell and the Trunks. Even though Trunks falls underneath the category skill, the leader skill, it gets hit hard. As well as the Frieza, which does have a 30% damage reduction, but it still gets hit bad. So here's the idea for the stage. The idea is that hopefully everyone is attacking on the same slot, and you put either your Girus in there, you put yours, or maybe your friend Giru. And if not, you have multiple slots. That's where this Android 17 is going to come in. Android 17, if you guys remember, I did tell you he was able to greatly dodge attacks and super attacks. So that's why you're going to need him there. But like when you use him, it's going to be a roll of the dice. It's going to be pure luck. That's why I would recommend not doing this unless you want to waste a couple of attempts. It's going to be RNG based just because you got to get the position right. You have to get the Android 17 to dodge. You have to get the Vegeta to turn Great Ape for a couple turns, which is going to be hard in itself. There's a lot of things that need to fall in order for you to be able to complete this. But if you do complete them with the question marks, you'll be able to get it faster. However, you should be easily be able to do the hard one, but the super hard is going to be a lot harder than the first one. This is a team I ended up running. I ended up completing it after a couple days. Of course, if you don't have that time, understand that's why the suggestion rating is a little low. However, this character is very good support character. Steals super attacks as well. Overall, this Giru is very well. This is what this whole episode's about. Just this one Giru, basically. Only reason I saw him on the challenges, I wanted to do him. However, you needed to do the other ones. All these GT characters are straight garbage. The only one that matters is Giru, and I guess maybe the Super Vegeta, which is, GT Grade 8 Vegeta, which is actually very kind of decent. So, that's actually pretty much it. Giru, recommending. This is what the whole point of the video is. Hopefully you guys end up getting him. I might take a while. Let me know if you guys are going for him. Anyway, you could just skip this entire week. Like, week 8, you could just completely not do. Because these units are worthless. Trash. You'll probably never use them again. The only 2 units you'll actually be able to use is the Giru and this Great Ape Vegeta, which are actually very well. So if you are going to do any units, make sure to get those 2. Of course, you want the easy A, you are going to have to do a little more work. Other than that, that's going to be it for the episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I know it wasn't the most pleasing episode to hear, especially since most of the units here were really trash, but that's fine. Next week we are going to have a good episode because I believe the easy A's for the new free-to-play units for the anniversary is coming out for part 3. So stay tuned for that one. And when you guys want to know when that video comes live, make sure to subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell so you know when that video is coming up next. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.